Hello and welcome back, most illustrious members of the Detail. I'm your host D, also known as MtF DOOM on Marvel Snap, and today, we're piloting it like we stole it, because we fucking did. I hope you enjoy. Just before we get into it, as always, a big thank you to everyone who supports. I forgot to mention this. The Patreon is linked down below in the description. I expect nothing of anyone, but I did have some people ask where they could find it, and I didn't make that clear last time. I appreciate everyone who supports in that way, and I appreciate everyone who supports in all other ways, including just watching. Any kind of comment I love hearing about. Unfortunately, I can't even really offer anything on Patreon, because if you just ask me to do something, I'll do it. Like, you don't have to give me money. If you just want a deck tech spotlight, if you want a card spotlight, if you just, like, want to hear my thoughts on something, just ask down below or in the Discord, and you'll get it. So there's really no benefit, but if you just want to give me $1 every month, that's awesome, and I appreciate everyone who chooses to do so much. So, this deck... I call it Big Hands. I forget what Regis calls it. This is RegisKillbin's deck. I stole it wholesale from Regis. I'm making that clear right up front. I didn't come up with this deck. Normally, I don't even cover decks. So, sometimes I'll play another content creator's deck. I actually try not to watch too much Snap content. One, because it takes away from me actually playing. But two, because I like to engage with cards with, like, kind of quote-unquote fresh eyes. And it can be really hard, having seen a bunch of other people's takes on a deck, to then try to, like, conceptualize how you would build it. So I just happened to catch this one. I saw the title. It's Nakia and Swarm, and I'm like, that's like... This deck had some legs before. If you don't know, when you discard Swarm, you get 2 copies back into your hand that cost 0. So Nakia, this was a deck before, but it was kind of awkward trying to get the Swarm all the way to the left side of your hand, because Nakia used to be on reveal, give the leftmost cards in your hand plus 2 power. And so, because when Swarm gets discarded, the 2 copies re-enter your hand on the right side, it was really hard to get this plan to go off sometimes. But because now Nakia gives all the cards in your hand plus 1 power, it's way easier. And in general, this all goes really well with the Collector. The Collector procs off the Swarms, obviously, but also off Apocalypse. Every time you discard Apocalypse, he re-enters your hand, triggering Collector. And using all these sort of quote-unquote free discard synergies, we have things like Gambit, because he now has to actually pitch a card to do his thing. So at baseline, he's a 3/3 instead of a 3/1. He now must... There's no change to his text, but they've changed how he is designed on the back end. Gambit must now actually discard a card in order for him to destroy something. So again, in general, a little worse if you're trying to do, like, the cheesy Gambit strats, but in decks where you just want kind of a fair Gambit, a little better, right? Because again, if we pitch Apocalypse or Swarm, we're really happy. But even in general, like, past a certain point in our game plan, we don't want cards in our hand. We actually want to start, getting our hand down to 0 so that Apocalypse will be the discard for Dracula effects. So, going into turn 4 or 5, if we don't have other ways to reduce our hand size, we can just Gambit. The downside of discarding a card is actually an upside, and we get a destroy. So it's like, if you hit something that has 3 power, Gambit becomes a 3/6 with functionally no downside in our deck. So this change has made him playable. The Collector got buffed a while ago, and it made the Collector playable. These kind of very minor stat adjustments really are what make or break a lot of these cards, and I really appreciate that Second Dinner is taking that into account and starting to give, like, Nakia got a little buff. That's all it takes. This deck probably would not have performed as well as it did even a month ago, right? It really took the Nakia buff. It really took the Gambit change. It really took, like, all these little things going right in order for this to be good enough. But, oh boy, is it good enough now. Oh boy, we got some absolute highlights. You saw in the intro, I've hit my highest rank this season, 115. I said this on a previous video that I'll probably put the stats page here. I will actually remember to put my stats here this time, I promise. And we're going to get into some gameplay. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you at the outro. All right. This is the hand we want, right? Like, yeah, hell yeah. Bar Sinister, I actually don't know if... It depends on what we draw. But Modok is good into Bar Sinister. Ooh. Alright, you know what? We'll take a turn to pre-buff, because we're not... depending on what we draw, it's very unlikely that we have anything we want to deploy next turn alongside Collector that would also buff Collector. It would basically... I mean, it would basically just be that. Like the fact that Machine World did something there. I think Dracula guarantees us the left. And then next turn we can Collector. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, because it keeps stacking on itself. That's funny. I'm still fine with that. Collector is going to be absolutely massive. But actually, I'm realizing we might not be able to deploy Collector unless we want to take a risk on this swarm. Because we're going to get so many swarms off Modok. We have to either Modok this turn and therefore guarantee the Apocalypse multi-discard on Dracula, which is probably the only way we're going to win the left. Actually, Machine World kind of dicks us, huh? Okay, so we have... They have priority. We're actually good. They have prio. So we go... I think we go like that. Yeah. Okay. So now, next turn, we can go Swarm, Modok. They'll have prio. So we'll get the cards from Machine World first. Yeah, hell yeah. So we're going to get the... Oh, is that going to be big enough to beat us? No, I don't think so. Maybe. It might be. But if the next thing they do is Zola, I think we lose. Also, the amount of times I've had to deal with a Zola play when my opponent has like the Zola Venom Bar Sinister thing going on is quite frustrating. All right, so they do have prio. So now anything they play in the right will get added to our hand, but then discarded to Modok. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Okay. Very good. Fantastic. Because the original Venom was no longer there, so Taskmaster doesn't do anything. Very good. We love this for us. Fantastic. And then it just gets bigger in the center every single turn. Or are we going to win it anyway? Not quite. Oh no, we were. Yeah, you can be angry at Taskmaster all you want. We had you beat. Our play was too good. Someone in my Discord pointed out today that Dracula will at some point in the future have counterplay in the form of, what's her name, Lady Death or something. Lady Deathstroke, that might be it. Because she'll destroy anything with power less than her. So you will finally have a way to maybe beat Dracula. Okay. I mean, Hellcow was the card I wanted least out of these three, so I'm okay with this. We have the awkward. This deck can definitely have awkward hands, and I'd say this is about as awkward as it gets, but it's still fine. Like, Dracula's the worst hit with Nakia. But, like, look, you just go Dracula, Modok. Yeah. Oh, do we, though? Yeah, I think we do. We'll go Dracula here. Absolutely. Oh, spicy. Alright, so we have that lane 1. They're going to have to commit another card there, which we love. We love that for us. And I think it's just Modok. Is it? You know, I think it might be that some of the time. I think it's that this time, in fact. Because we still have the option of Modok. And we might take that option. Because they haven't hit. Like, they hit their Apocalypse once. They didn't hit Swarm. So they don't have freebies to throw into Atlantis. So they're probably in the same boat as us. Of, they can either play, like, Apocalypse or Chavez. In general, that's probably what their hand looks like with one unknown. If that's the case, I believe Modok just wins it for us on that side. Because if they don't discard anything, they will tie center, because we'll discard Apocalypse and have it re-enter, and then discard Apocalypse and have it re-enter, and we'll win yeah, I think this wins it for us. Okay, so now it comes down to, oh no, I think that wins it for them. Damn, good play, opponent. Oh, nope, they had a bad hit. Okay. I assume they also had Chavez, which would have, actually in hindsight, would not have won it for them. It would have tied it, and we would have won on the breakers. Okay, cool. All right. Starting off. Always love a collector. Always love a okay, what'd you hit? Dracula. Hate that. Hate seeing that. Maybe we'll get Swarm? Give me the Swarm? Oh my god. Alright, so actually I think we can put Collector left. And with Colleen, Swarm, and possibly a Gambit or some other discard. Ooh, that's tough. Okay, we'll do that. We'll hold off on the Gambit play for now. Because they're going to do like a Venom. And hitting Venom with Gambit would be very, very good. And it's going to be when it happens, which it looks like it's going to happen. Okay. Not exactly what I had expected. Still pretty good for them. Still pretty good. But also pretty good for us. Now we're in the spot of, do we go for the Modok? And I believe my answer is yes, we go for the Modok. Yeah. Oh, we were supposed to snap. That's on me. We're adding enough left that it's just going to be really, really hard for them to overcome that. Yeah, you got it. Really good. You got it. Absolutely. Now, is there any, like, do we ever lose this? Maybe. But I think, I mean, like, I think that does it most of the time. I don't know. It seems pretty good. Is it like a null? No. Oh, it could be null plus Sabretooth. Okay, so there's null, there's Sabretooth, and we win. Very good. It just keeps going. What heights do we aspire to? Alright, these are... with Colleen with those two, but no Swarm, are my least favorite types of hands. Huh. It kind of keeps getting worse. Alright, we're gonna Morb. You know what? I think we gotta split the Morbs. Because Collector is only gonna... No, you know what? Collector gives us another Morbulon. In fact, I've talked myself into it. Because next turn, we're going to be able to Colleen and Morb over into the Sacred Timeline. And it'll draw us 3 cards, which are going to buff Collector, and 2 of them are going to be Morb and Colleen Wing. It means Colleen is going to pitch. Oh, no. Wait, yeah, because this happens first. So Colleen's going to pitch one of these cards. That wasn't the one we really wanted, but we can accept that. So now I think we Drac this turn. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do. And then we have double Gambit. And I think that's going to be an... Oh! Okay. I mean, we are... Oh, no! Wrong order! Because now Gambit doesn't do anything. Gambit got changed, so he now has to pitch something to do anything. Alright, so are they going for Magneto? And if they are, does it win them the game? It looks like yes to both. Unfortunately. Because that's a 3, 4, and 3. Although, if we do this, hopefully they just pull Dracula and Lady Sif, and we win? Yeah. I don't know. There's Magneto. We win. It's as easy as that, is the thing. It's as easy as calling it and playing to your outs. Alright. Very, very bad opening hand. Let's see what we can make happen. I mean, it could be fixed instantly with a Swarm right now. This hand could instantly get playable if you show me a Swarm. Oh my god. Is that good enough? That's good enough. We have Nakia next turn. And then we can play like 1 Swarm out on 4 plus something else. And then we can Modok on 5. Oh my god, it's a good thing that set that to 6. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, like, it's going to be tough for our opponent. Cerebro 3 with Nova? What? I love that. I love that for our opponent. Is it worth Hellcow? Is it worth going Hellcow and possibly pitching Modok? Modok's the only bad hit here. Swarm and Apocalypse are both good. Gambit and Collector are neutral. I think I go for it. Apocalypse, we got a good hit. Do we also get a neutral hit? Yes, perfect. That's very... I mean, I'm very proud of the ops. I assume they're going for magic this turn, if I had to take a wild-ass guess. But I think just in case they aren't, we go like that. And go up to triple swarm. No, just double swarm. Plus apocalypse for next turn. Like I say, I'm pretty sure... Oh my god. I mean... They can put that up to +1. Oh no! Wait, they can add 7 there. If they go Jeff, they get +7. And then if they go Killmonger, they get 2 more. That brings them to 9? Yeah, it wasn't enough. Okay. So that would only be 18 on the right. And that's all they could do with their turn, and we would just outpower that with Apocalypse and Swarms. 114. Still climbing, baby. Oh, Thugnificent. I love your music. Any Boondocks enjoyers in the chat? Back when Death Knights first came out in World of Warcraft, me and my guild each created one named after one of the fake rappers from the Boondocks. So there was Thugnificent, Flownominal, Gangstalicious, and there was one more and I can't remember. But the guy who got stuck with Flownominal was really upset because he oh, what is this? He was like, that sounds like a period thing and I don't like it. He was not happy to be Flownominal. Alright. I mean, I think we were going to play there anyway for Nebula reasons, but Nakia with the Swarm in hand is just things that are just good. We're at an impasse again of do we play Hellcow and risk ditching the Modok, or do we play... Oh, I think that solves it. I think we just play Lady Sif. And I think we snap. We're going to get... Like, our Morbius is going to be so heckin' large that we're going to beat the Nebula. And our Swarm is... Oh my god. Our Swarms are going to be worth 6? Whoo! Sheesh! I love this. Alright, so we won't be able to do Dracula stuff, but that's got to be okay. It's got to be totally fine. Theirs is also a Modok. Do they also have Swarms coming out? 5 power Swarms. And no Apocalypse. Disgusting. Yeah, so I think we got it locked. So they could add like 10 to the right. We assume they also drew Chavez for turn. So we just like... So if they had 10, that's only 17 plus the 2 is 19 on the right. That... Like, is there anything else we have to worry about? Do they ever not play Chavez and they're going to Shang us on the right side? And then have 2 freebie Swarms. Maybe. So maybe we play for that? Just in case, because that ties the left side. If they add both Swarms to the middle and Shang the right, they have it? Yeah, I mean, if they have that, they have it. Okay, cool. I assume 90% of the time their draw was Chavez and we had them dead. Just dead to math. Oh, this is a good one. Any fans of Rap Ferreira? This is a good Rap Ferreira joint. Alright, we got Morbius. Oh, that's really good. Because Morbius beats most, like, almost anything they can put in Kiln. Usually we like Dracula, but with Asteroid M, obviously we can't Dracula into Kiln. Almost ever. Yeah, I think... I mean, this might be excessive, but I kind of assume Dracula is just going to win Asteroid M because of what our hand looks like. Because we put that there on 4. And then, like, on 5, we either Hellcow or whatever. If we draw Modok, we Modok. Oh, my lord. Okay. Do we read them as having... Do we read them as having, right now, a Juggernaut? I think so. And I think it's enough that I would want to... I don't want to risk Dracula getting thrown into Kiln as well. I mean, I think that's good enough for us as well. They're going to probably... I've been told that most of these decks are now playing Spider-Man. So, with the assumption... I mean, I think Hellcow was the play anyway. But with the assumption that they might Spider-Man now, we definitely want to Hellcow and try to hit Apocalypse at least once. Oh, that's much worse for you. Oh, we also don't want to hit Swarm. Oh my god. We're so good at this. Actually, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Although they can't Shang. Yeah, I don't really know. They can't Shadow King because nothing works against fucking Dracula. Yeah, we had it. God damn. And that was a really awkward hand. That was an exceptionally awkward hand, and like I felt like there was just nothing they could do. All right, we're back. I feel like there's so few bad locations for us. Like, both of those seem really good, right? Because our threats can get deployed early and scale. Like, Savage Land can be a little bad insofar as, like, you know, ooh, that, okay. You know what? We might have some problems here. Funny enough, the thing we really don't want now is Swarm. Although we could I guess we could still just throw him into Death's Domain. So Swarm would be fine. Because we're going to Dracula. And then we're going to Modok. And we're going to give up on Death's Domain. But we might just win anyway. Yeah, I mean... How much do we think we need in center? Is it Modok left, is what I'm asking. And center can just be 16? I mean, they only destroyed a multiple man. And I think they're priced into moving him to the right, not the left. And if he moves right... No. Okay, I've talked myself into it. Because if they move him right and then also have Heimdall, we want the extra power in center. Because we kind of know they're going to play Phoenix Force here. And this, yeah, no, this, of course this is right. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Of course this is correct. Because now we can play out Chavez, which we wouldn't have been able to do had I done this the other way. Okay. Yeah. So this is kind of what I was saying at the beginning, is that Savage Land is only bad if we're, like, so packed for space that we can't beat, like, that we can't actually utilize our swarms. So they did that, then they did the Heimdall. The Heimdall isn't big enough to win them left, and then we win center off the Dracula pitch. God damn. We just have everything. We have the keys to the goddamn kingdom with this deck. Okay, we got another... Okay, alright, I'm going to reconsider. I said there was not that many bad locations, and I even pointed out Savage Land's last game. I take it back. I think Savage Lands actually is a pretty bad location, especially because of Gambit. I okay. we're seeing the bad. Okay, so Sakara is also bad because we can accidentally put Modok and just clear our hand out. But I think I'm actually priced into not. Oh, that's neat. All right, we'll just take a vanilla 3/3. All right, we'll start building up our Apocalypse. I mean, Apocalypse is gonna win us the center lane. It looks like, if I had to guess. And now, actually, we can go like that. It's probably more correct. Even though we can lose Modok here, we can also possibly buff Apocalypse, which we did. And then we can Modok. Yeah, we can Modok the right side. Pitching one more time. Oh, do we beat a Dino, though? Do we beat a Dino on the right side? I think this is the only way we have a chance at beating a Dino, and then maybe even a second Dino. How big is it? 15. Ha. Do we think they might give up on the right side? They might give up on the right side. Shaz, you're saying mid? Or are you just saying that my gameplay is mid? Which is also fair. I don't know if it's mid, man. Alright, Shaz. Shaz, we won. Thanks, Shaz. You're right. Because they didn't have, I was thinking of, like, a lot of those decks will sometimes... Oh, my God. This could be really bad. Oh, it is really bad. Okay. We do have a chance here. You know what? Oh, fuck. All right, it got worse. It got worse. It's not... Okay, it's not horrendous. It's not horrendous. We have Collector. We're going to empty our hand and then just pitch Apocalypse a billion times. And it's going to buff Collector and Morbius. Is Morb big enough to win Space Throne on his own? No, that'll be Apocalypse's job. I think we're okay. I don't think this is the worst thing that could have happened. There's Apocalypse. All right. I mean, that's good for them. I'm not saying it's not good for them. And then, are we just priced into fighting over the left? Yeah? All right. Ooh, all right, and they hit Iron Fist. Which punts itself out. I mean, I know it can move back. We have Prio. Alright. Hi, Shang. Oh, no Shang. Okay, we win. Fantastic. They forget. Yes, they did forget Lamentis counts as destroying. Jesus Christ. So they had their whole deck. I think I'm at 100% win rate since starting this stream. I might have had one loss. But I'm currently sitting at plus 100 cubes. I'm at exactly plus 100 cubes right now with this deck. Oh no, it updated. I'm up 104 with 69 total games. Very nice. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I was actually trying to math it out. I think last game it wouldn't have mattered. I think left and center both won us because it would have just been tiebreaker center. All right, we got Collector. I mean, I'll take a turn 2 Dracula. We have the Apocalypse in hand. Very sick play by the opponent. Very sick play. Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's true. Playing Hellcow left might have influenced them to play something different, but... God damn. Can you ask for more? I mean, you could, but you'd be really greedy to do so. If they moved Fist left and Tasked mid, it would have won. Okay. I mean, at this point, we want to... I don't know what that... You know what I think it was? I think they thought this was the one that counted as having to move. I think they might not have realized the new one is the one that is the original, and the one it leaves behind is the copy that won't move when you Spider. Because, yeah, Spider moving over to Craven would have been incredible. I think I'm okay with all this. Yeah, Sif pumping Apocalypse once, and then Modok. Like, the funny thing is, I don't think I move anything into Superflow. Also, they cloaked left, which is usually not great for the move deck. I think I just do this. Like, we're always going to have the highest power with Dracula. I think I snap and just Modok mid. God damn. Yeah, see, there's the big move going on for them. Are they going to do something like a fucking, like, Professor X Cheese? Is that their plan? Yeah. That's not enough. It's never going to be enough, friend. Like, once again, and here's the other absolutely bonkers part of all this, is that they can't Shang either of these. Like, yeah, like, it's Spider-Man. That's the play. Okay, so I didn't even... Dracula could have stayed 0 and we'd have it. But I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it got bigger, because I like the big numbers. I mean, Shaz, the other thing is that, like, post-Infinite, a lot of people start... Like, I wouldn't have played this deck until I hit Infinite, because I wasn't confident with it. I think that's a mistake, and I'm going to try to, like, sell people on it, because this deck is actually fucking sick. But, like, I think this person is probably getting some reps in with a deck that they never play. absolutely, absolutely incredible. The deck just has it doesn't have everything. It doesn't really have tech, but who needs tech? Who needs tech? Your opponent can't tech against Dracula. You don't need tech against them, right? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, everyone who supports the channel. If you've made it this far, you are already someone who supports the channel. I appreciate you immensely. And if you can find it in your heart of hearts, a subscription would go a long way. You are likely the type of person who would enjoy this content by virtue of being here. A special thank you to all the following supporters: The Tiny Ruby, A Frog in a Tent, Clips, Crayon Eater, Cole D, Polyhaze, Sartorius, Demisi, KD, Diston Nelson, and Matt Back. I appreciate you so much, everyone who supports, everyone who's still here, and I give today's deck 4 masks out of 5. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time that I make a video, but it might not be tomorrow, but I appreciate you.